What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tony Bellew. The former WBC Cruiserweight champion of the world had a lot to say about the heavyweight division. You know, of course, he mentioned his time in that particular division. He had his 2 wins over David Haye, of course, going back down to Cruiserweight and losing to Alexander Usyk. That caused him to retire. However, he did say that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder don't feel that they can beat Anthony Joshua. And that's why those fights haven't happened. He also went on to say that a guy that's done what Anthony Joshua has done by unifying the belts as he has, how can he's done what he's done other than anyone else in that division, done it in short of time, and not be considered the best heavyweight in the world. He also said this, and this is what caught my eye of reading this article. He said that Anthony Joshua was offering these guys more money than they've ever made, and especially like Wilder in their whole career. Well, no, that's Fury too. In their whole career, in one night, and they still don't take the fight, and then the terms will be reversed on the rematch if they win. So why not take the fight? He calls it a political mess. Now, he means by that, of course, Fury's with ESPN BT, Joshua's with DAZN, of course, and Deontay Wilder is still, to this day, attached to Showtime. Okay, now, Fury taking the deal with ESPN, those fights are difficult to be made, even amongst all of them. You know, they're difficult to be made. You know, even a rematch. You know, ESPN, he's with ESPN now. You know, Heyman and Arum are not really the best of friends at all. So, you know, the working relationships between those two are not strong. Okay. As far as Deontay Wilder fighting Joshua, you know, Deontay Wilder made a decision, you know, to turn down more money than he's ever been offered in 2 or 3 lifetimes, honestly, because that's his career in boxing. And he turned it down, him and his crew, or his team, you know, and his team represents him, okay? He can say he's his own boss. He can say that he runs things. He can say this, he can say that. Yeah, they will allow him to say that because they know that's not true. They know they predict what goes on in his career. You know, that's a given. He is a guy that will, you know, say one thing, do another. Tyson Fury, you know, they've offered him fights, and that fight didn't happen. So, you know, it's a political mess. I do agree. It's a political mess. Now, what Tony Bellew said is epic, and this is what I've said in previous videos. He said that if Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder had 3 out of 4 of those belts, do you think that they would want 50-50 for a fight? And I've said this in other videos. See, you think if Deontay Wilder's head is big, even Tyson Fury, look at both of these guys, not just a single out Deontay Wilder, both of them. Tyson Fury's ego is just as big as Deontay Wilder's. These guys' confidence levels are through the ceiling, okay? They are up, their egos up in the clouds, cloud 85. You know, and they just think, well, you know, the lineal champion versus the bronze bomber, the WBC, which is the most prestigious belt. You can't tell me anything. I run this. I'm the champ. I'm the real champ. The other one saying I'm the people's champ. 50-50 or 60-40. Deontay wanted 60-40 at one time in favor of him. You know what I mean? So, yes, this is one of those situations where definitely, man, you have guys with this political mess. And it gets political with Showtime and all that. But, yeah, think about it. Do you think Tyson Fury, if he had all those belts and Joshua had 1 belt, let's say he had the WBO, right? Or let's say Joshua had the WBC, and Fury had all the other belts. Do you think Fury would want to would want to cut that pie in half and say, okay, Joshua, you eat half of this and I'm going to eat this side, this other side? No. He's going to look at that and say, I have all the major belts. So I'm the Gypsy King. I'm the lineal champ. On top of all the belts, he just has one. That makes no sense. Do the math. It won't work like that. Deontay Wilder, the same thing. If he has the WBC, all right. Now look at Deontay Wilder. If he had 3 other belts, I have 3 of the belts, and I got 3 belts. He got 1 belt. So why would I give him half of what I got? That's what I put my life on the line. I risk my life in the ring. People lose their lives in the ring. They risk it. They risk it all for other people's entertainment. Why would I give him 50% of everything that I work for? He taking food out of my family. I got 7 kids. 7 kids. Why would I do that? I'm not going to do that for no Anthony Joshua. Anthony who? I don't care. He sound funny because he from UK. They ain't laughing with him. They laughing at him. That's Deontay Wilder to this day. You know what I mean? That would be the narrative on both of these guys. And they wouldn't budge. They would be like, nope, I'm not doing this shit. And they certainly wouldn't come up with other alternatives like Eddie Hearn has with the John Skipper and intervening and shit. They ain't gonna do that. They're gonna be like, no, you can keep that belt. I'm the unified champion. If all of them had, well, I got 3 belts. I don't need. I'm the champion. I'm the real champion. He got 1 belt by one beating somebody. Oh, I'm. Tyson Fury, the same thing. My lineage goes back to John L. Sullivan. I can't give this chopper belt. They ain't gonna do that. And that's real talk, and that's what I've been saying. So if we switched all this around, for all the Wilder fans, all the Fury fans, these guys, if these 2 guys had this the way they had it, like Joshua had it, they wouldn't budge. So that's a very good question that Tony Bellew, brought to the table. Because that's what I've been saying to people, So I had to just bring that to you guys' attention because, see, people are starting to see that these fights are not really easily made. They're not easily made because it's not just up to Deontay Wilder. It's not just up to Tyson Fury. These guys are attached to certain networks, and these networks dictate, because they put people in place to dictate how or who these fighters fight. And they're not going to risk it all. Especially, take Tyson Fury, for example. You think they would risk that fighting Anthony Joshua now, and he just signed that big-ass deal? No. Maybe the 3rd or 4th fight, sure. Because he's fulfilled most of his obligation or a bulk of that obligation to that network. He's fulfilled that contract. Yeah, if he has a 5-fight deal and he fights and wins 3, and he puts him in there with Joshua the 4th, if he loses, okay, well, damn, he can get a rematch on the 5th fight. He might win, but still, the network still gets paid. They can't do that if the next fight he's going to fight Joshua gets knocked out. They've ruined their investment. They've wasted their money because they still have to pay this guy. Okay? Deontay Wilder, the same thing. They're not going to do that. That's why he got to marinate. Everybody wants something all of a sudden. That's why he's saying that, because now they have introduced Deontay Wilder to the business model, and he bought it. And that's what we have. So yes, it's a political mess between ESPN, DAZN, and Showtime. Those fights look like it's not going to happen. But I'm just giving you guys a perspective of what someone else seen that I've already discussed. Okay? Belts mean something. Belts mean paying sanctioning bodies. Sanctioning bodies are powerful. Okay? All these world organization belts. These belts are legitimate. Or you wouldn't have them. I know it doesn't mean everything, but it does mean something collecting these damn belts. And that's what Joshua's done. So anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Tony Bellew's comments, remarks. I'll leave the link to the description so you can read the article. I think it's boxingscene.com. Anyway, you guys will see it if you click on the link. Read it. Let me know what you think about it. Of course, please like, share, and subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.